Are we all beginners, or have we done junior show before at either county fair or state?
Paige, raise your hand. You've done the junior show before. No.
Just the beginner class?
Yeah, intermediate. Beginner and intermediate.
Okay. So you will know some of the, I'll pick on you for a demonstration here in a minute. Okay.
We're still working with our dog. So.
Okay. Here are some tips to win. These are points you don't want to lose, you don't have to lose, and it just gives you points before you ever start being judged. First, the cardinal rule is the dog is always between you and the judge. There are no exceptions to that. No matter what you do, the dog is between you and the judge. Remember that one. That's the one that I always stressed, and it works. Number 2, smile. You're having fun with your dog, and keep eye contact with that judge. You don't know when he's going to move, and you have to move in order to keep that dog between you and the judge. And besides that, you're just supposed to be having fun with your dog. Makes you look more relaxed, makes you look more like you know what you're doing. Maybe you don't. Just put on the show. There are 3 easy points. Easy points, and then don't lose them. The cardinal rule and the smile are 2 of them. There's 3 more. Dress appropriately. Be neat. Don't have your hair hanging in your face. Kind of think like maybe I'm going to church on Sunday and I need to be dressed up. You have a dress code, so you have no problem in having the proper attire on. Shoes. No sandals, no clogs. These are your shoes. Something that is tight on your foot so you don't trip, you don't fall, and you don't mess up your dog in the process of that. Bathe your dog. Preferably, if you have a hairy dog or a long-coated dog, do it a day or 2 before and brush out all that loose hair. There can be nothing worse than the poor judge going over a dog and all this hair is flying all over. Besides that, then it ends up in the ring, and the judge wonders, why hasn't this dog been brushed out after it's been bathed? But bathing is important. The clean dog. Make sure the teeth are clean. I can't tell you how many times when I judged that you went to the back of the line because the teeth were bad. If your dog is older and there is tooth stain on the teeth, that's different than dirty teeth. Sean's 7. He has some stain on his teeth. That's not plaque, that's not dirt. It just happens. It happens to people. Make sure the ears are clean. Toenails are trimmed. Simple things. Gives you those points right now. You don't have to work for them. You already did the work. And then know your patterns, your different patterns that you do, and the parts of the dog, and your breed standard. Now, I'm not going over the parts of the dog today. I'm not going over the breed standard. You can go on the internet. There's 101 books at Barnes & Noble. Read your breed standard. Know your parts. Tell you a funny story real quick. My daughter did junior show. She did 4-H. She was at a fun match. She was being judged by a person who knows Shelties inside and out. The judge asked her, how long should the tail be on a Sheltie? She goes, she didn't have any idea. She just says, any length it wants to be. That story has followed her. She is now 36 years old. We still tell that story because in the standard, the tail has to reach the hock. And that was the proper answer. But she figured, if I say it positively, this gal won't know the difference. Unfortunately, the gal did know the difference. So hang on to these sheets. The show in Omaha is very advantageous for you. And now we'll get going. Again, you need show equipment. If you don't have the proper show equipment, I know the judges will dock you for that. I wish I knew who your judge was going to be. That would kind of help me out a little bit, but so I kind of knew what they were going to look for. Just set that all on the table. Now, I want... Okay, where you put the lead on the dog, oops, I need one of my collars. And I'll need this. Okay, if you have a chain choke, if you don't, if you have just a nylon collar, doesn't matter, it goes on the same, it will, where you place it on your dog's neck will all be in the same place. So you know that the running part in a chain goes over the top of the dog's neck. You can put them on your hand. Some people call it a P, but it has to release. If I put it on the other way, it's a choke chain. It doesn't release. So you can always test it. So you put it on, you test it, and then you directly turn your hand this way, and you put it over his head so that it's on properly. Now, as I said, you don't want 10 feet of this. How this fits Sean's just about right. Of course, I bought the collar for him. Then, on a smooth, do I have a little one? The little black guy over here. Hi. Okay, of course, prong collars are not allowed. But where you place your collar, because you can't see it on him, is up by the ears. First, you can't choke your dog. Secondly, you have total control. And that's where you place a show collar on a dog. And you do the same thing with your nylon lead. Okay, we went over that the judge can ask you anything about your breed. He can ask you anything about the parts of the dog. It also said he can ask you about the project. I'm not exactly sure what that one means, but I expect something maybe about your club. I would tend to think the judge would ask you more questions about your breed or parts of the dog. Anybody know where the octoput is? Where's the octoput on your dog? Show me. Where's the octoput on your dog?
Come on, everybody's looking.
Hey, that was the favorite one in the 80s. My God, everybody had to know where that was.
Hannah, come on.
Yes.
She knows it's there.
Yes, it's the little bump on your dog.
She doesn't want everybody looking at her.
It's the little bump right up here. All dogs have it. That was our favorite question. Don't ask me why. Okay, we're going to do patterns because that's what I'm afraid you do not know. Hi. Would you like to come up? She's looking the other way. You could be my demo. Let me get Sean off the table. First, I want to see how you set up your dog, and I'm going to move the table. Small dogs go on a table. Usually at the beginning, they'll usually take you around the ring and have you gate your dog. And I'm going to turn the table around just a second so everybody can see. And then there's a right way and Sean, watch me. Let's get the handle out of the way. Okay, show me how you stack your dog on the table. And you kind of do that depending which end the judge wants you to do it on. And he'll usually tell you. Okay, why don't you come around here so they can see you? She didn't want to do that. Okay, watch what she's doing with her hands. She's doing it, well, sort of correctly. Stay. Okay, here's what you want to do. You never take the foot. You move it by the hock. Don't ask me why this works, because I really don't know, but it does. Any professional you will watch, you take them by the elbow on the front, And I think the dogs don't like it because you're touching their foot. And sometimes, see how he moved his foot? But if I move it by the hock, she'll stand there. So not by the foot, by the hock in the elbow. And then, again, you need to know your standard as to how your dog is stacked. But most dogs, I was trying to think last night, German Shepherds aren't, but most dogs are what we call stacked four square. And that's what she's doing right now. The elbows are under the shoulder. The hocks extend a little past the rear. And let's see, that would pretty much be the case for everybody that's in here that I can see. Okay, do you know how to do down? Okay, so you've gone around the ring. First one goes on the table. The next one gets ready to go on the table. Now you're down. You can come off the table now. Now we're going to do a down and back. Okay, I'm the judge. You go down and you go back in a straight line, and then show your dog to me when you get back. Make him stand, in other words. Now, unfortunately, you can't use bait. And that's a hard one for me because I only train with food. What I would do, I don't know, now they're taping me. I don't know if I can say this or not. What I would do is in training, you use bait. Fake it then when you get to the ring. You're not in there that long, you know. But, you know, like if I stood here with my hand in my pocket, such as this, Sean would be at attention. This pocket always holds the bait. Or, you know, a hand thing, or, you know, something like this, because you're not allowed to take toys in either. So they're not giving you much to work with here to get your dog's ears up. Most of your judges are going to come from confirmation, and they're going to expect those ears up. Anyway, let's go. If you'll go straight down, you don't have to go all the way to that wall. Go partially down and then turn him around and come back. Is it girl or boy? I'm calling.
It's a girl.
It's a girl. Okay. Put her on your left side. And this time, you're not going to heel. You're going to gate her. So you go her gate.
Okay.
No, faster. Faster. There you go. There you go. Okay, now turn around. Very good. Excellent. There you go. And then she should stack by herself so that the judge can see her. Very good. Very good. Okay, you want to do that one more time for us so they can see it? Can you see it? Go down. There you go. Very good. She did it properly. The dog is between the judge and her. And then you just show your dog when you get back. You can do it to the side, or you can do it right at, it can be either at your side or you can do it in front. I tend to do it the way she just did it. Very good. Okay, since we've got you doing it so well, how about a triangle? You know how to do a triangle?
Not yet.
Okay.
She's done L, what the 4-H beginner went to do is L, so she probably does L.
Okay, then do an L. Do a right L. I'm the judge. Faster. Demo dog. And she's keeping the dog between me and her. And then come back and you show your dog. Okay, now do a left one. She's going to get real tired of me. No, that's right. Go left. So she goes straight down. She goes left instead of right. Dog decides this is not what we want to do. Then she turns with her dog, or switches hands, and comes back. And again shows her dog. Very good. Very good. Okay, we'll give you a rest. Someone over here knows how to do a triangle. Okay, your turn. She's a little old for Junior's show. I'm sorry, this doesn't count. Okay, anybody know how to do a triangle? They did L's instead of triangles. Usually triangle and down and back are your first ones. Okay, Sean. Volunteer, judge. Somebody be the judge. All you got to do is stand here. Okay, now we got mothers fighting over being the judge. Okay, the judge tells you to do a triangle.
Do a triangle.
So you start out, you kind of come over this way from the judge. Sean's on my left. Sean, let's go. And then you come back this way, right to the judge. Sean, stand. Okay. And then there's a reverse triangle, and I don't think they're going to be doing
No,
that.
usually at the county fair they do L.
Is that what they do? Okay. All right, then we'll work with each of you on L's, and they must do the down and back.
Yes, they do the down and back.
And-
And I think they have done the triangle, depends on the judge, a couple, but it's the upper levels that do triangle.
Really? Now, I don't think at the lower level you're going to do all these reverse triangles. That I'm not worried about. The L's are simple enough. I don't think they'll hit you with a T. That's usually upper level. Triangles, I'm surprised they haven't worked with you on. Okay, now, little white dog over here. Let's see you do a down and back. See, the judge is going to, you can't be shy because you got to get out here and do it for that judge, and I'm just another judge. I'll give you to Sean. Give Sean to you. He can keep you busy. Okay, no sniffing. This is too long. Okay.
The chain.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the other thing I want to tell you is, okay, you've got it up around the ears, then you've got control. And when you do show your dog, I need Sean one more time. Here, Sean, come. Okay, you've got a thin lead. Even your big dogs won't have real thick leads, Sean. You roll up the lead in your hand. That's not supposed to be hanging. I usually do this before I take off, and then, well, I give mine a little, so he knows we're going to go. He pretty well knows what he's going to do before he does it anyway. Okay, you look very happy. Okay, you go in front of me. See that white wall? Go straight down about part way, and then come back and show your dog to me. That's good, a little faster. Turn to your left. Come right back. Now look at the judge. Where are you compared to the judge? You've got to go straight out and straight back. So watch, see where the judge is. Okay, try that again. Very good. Keep the dog between me and you, so turn to your left. Good. Excellent. And you're so happy. And then you just take your guy. Here. I bet you'd like that. Now, get him to, no, we don't sit. Stand. Stand. They need to be taught the word stand. And then, you just do something with your hands to get him. Okay, let's do since they said they're doing L's, go down, straight down, turn right, come back, and then come back to me. Okay, turn right. Nope, got to switch your dog. Okay, there's two ways of doing this. There's two ways of doing this. You can either do what she did, which was putting the dog on your right side to begin with. So you can either start out, and this will be different for him because he doesn't do these things, and then go directly right, and then do this, and come back. Or, and I suspect that's the way they want you to do it nowadays, or you can do, come here, Sean. Or you can do this. Go behind your dog, he's not used to that, and then switch. But watching this little gal over here, it's much smoother if you get your dog used to going on your right side, and smoothness is part of this. Turn right, and then just, he's very confused. And then he goes, Mom, and then go that way. And then for your left, all you have to do is keep him on your left. Turn left. An easy turn this way for him. And then you can just put him back on your left or leave him on your right at that time. Did you see what I did? Or was that too fast? Okay, why don't you come back and we'll try it again. So if you're going to do a right L, I'd start them out on your right side. Okay, go down, and then go to your right. Okay, go to your right. And you got to be looking at me too, but let's concentrate on this first. There, that was good. Good job. Very good girl. Okay, can you go down and do a left one? Now put him on your left. I assume you've all got the guideline book with the patterns in it, because it shows you which direction and stuff to go. Okay.
Where's our office?
You get okay.
Go left.
Just went and got them, they didn't have that.
They should.
Okay.
Okay, switch hands. Very good. Hey, super. Miss Wandering Sniff Sniff. Okay. Okay. They're not going to expect you to be from the excellent class in beginners, so you're going to get this weaving and so forth. So, you did an excellent job. The Sammy. Who has the Sammy?
We're just
Okay. Poodle? Oh no, I got a cocker hiding under the chair. I thought I've lost a dog. Okay, first do a down and back for me. Now I would suggest a chain collar for her. Pulling, she needs not to pull, but she doesn't have a collar on to prevent that. Very good. That was nice. Well, let's try something. I don't know if my chain will fit her. Oh, Sean's got the lead. I'll let you put the lead on, but see what the chain does. You don't need to take her collar off. That isn't going to go over her head. She's got a blockier head than he does. Okay, let's do the down and back one more time so you know what you're doing. Straight down, straight back. And I would do that on the left side when I'm just doing down and back. Now, you just turned and your dog is between you and the wall and not me. Dog always has to be between you and the judge. Very good. You're fine coming back. Okay, let's do the L. Let's do the right L. And you can do that on the right side, then make your right turn. Very good. She just needs to settle down. Switch hands. Keep the dog between me and you. Very good. Now you can just bring her back. That's fine. Good. And then you come back. Well, she's behaving now. Then you can just show her, you know, whatever you do at home, try and fake it when you come back to the judge. So she kind of, you know, looks at you, is it attention to you, but has her ears up and stacks herself. Very good. Okay, let's do a left one now. So I put her on your left side. Yeah, just take off with her. She seems to follow you just fine once you get going. There you go. Now switch hands. And come back. Very good. Good. Practice that between now and State Fair, and you got it, or County Fair, you got it made. Poodle. This needs to go up behind his ears, and then number one, it won't choke him. And number two, you got a lot better control. And you've got your collar on backwards.
I didn't put it on.
Hang on to him. The running goes over the back of the neck. Otherwise, it is a choke collar, so when you tighten it, then it isn't going to loosen. Yes. Okay, why don't you do the down and back? See if we can keep it up there. If you can keep that a little tighter, he or she, there you go. Okay, and leads are always in one hand for doing junior show. It's not like obedience. And you need to move faster, but turn your dog to the left. Very good. Come back faster. He's a poodle. I mean, he can move it out. Okay. Now let's do an L. Put him on your right. And we'll do a right L. Okay, move him out. No, he's supposed to gait. He's just waddling. Trot. Okay, switch hands. Good. Good. Better. Move him out. There you go. Very good. And he's very happy. You don't have to do a whole lot other than to make sure he stands four square. Okay, put him on your left and then do a left L. Okay, turn left. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Just remember, you can move with this dog. Better shoes, you can move him out. Not to the point you're running, but gating. He looks very nice gating. Okay, thank you. Next, who's next? Okay, you do a down and back for me. It doesn't sound like they have you do courtesy turns anymore. Okay. You go straight down and straight back. Put him on your left side for that. Now, a judge could ask you to do either side for down and back, but they're generally done this way. Very good. No, Dad's over there, but you look at me. Come here. Very good. Very good. Okay, now do an L. Do a right L for me. I put him on your right side. Yeah, you've got a lot of lead there. Very good. No, 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 no. L, you need to go a little further that way. You are cheating. Yeah, give it an L. Make it look like an L. Switch hands and then come back on your L and come down the center. Always keep that dog between the judge and you. There, now that's the speed he wants to go, and that's a good speed for him. Okay, put him on your left. Okay, then do a left out. Your dad's over there, follow her. Good. Good speed. Nope, got to switch hands. You don't have him on your left. Too much lead. Okay, switch hands again. Don't put it over your wrist. You need a lot less lead. Very good. Okay, now, bigger dog. Dog doesn't go on table. Show me how you stack your dog. Same way as you do a little dog on the table. Very good. All right, I'm going to use her for a demonstration. Tell him to stay.
Stay.
And in showmanship, you don't usually do, the stay command such as this. So your dog sort of needs to know the word. Okay, if I'm the judge and I come this way and I'm going around you, what do? He needs to stand and you need to move. He knows there's bait in this pocket. It's a honey dog. Okay. Now, I'm the judge. Tell him to stay. Give him a strong stay.
Stay. That's.
Unfortunately, I know what he's doing because you say stay and he's supposed to sit. But you do have stand in obedience also. So stand, stay. Good boy. Okay, again, the judge will do that. And he will be sneaky about it. And probably not so much in the beginner class. But you always have to have that dog between you and the judge. So come here, Sean. Here, Sean. Okay, you give your Brittany back to Dad. Stand. Stay. And I want you to come back. You're going to be the judge. Stay. You be the judge, and I'm going to be you. Stay. He's not supposed to move. Stay. No. He's doing the same thing. He's confused because we don't do this. Stay. So that you got to practice with your dogs doing that. They need to stay, and so that you can move around them. And then sometimes the judge will go the other way and make you do it all over again in a different direction.
So what do you do if your dog sits? Do you just give them the command quick while the judge is in the middle of doing that?
I would just let him sit, I guess, and continue on. No, he's supposed to stand, but, if you... Here. Now he's ticked. If you're in the middle of doing it and he's walking around, there's probably nothing you can do but just let the dog do what he did. Basically, the judge is really testing her. I would just continue on and not worry about the dog. If he's going to take points off for it, you've already lost them anyway. So that's what I would do. Okay, there is a Who am I missing doing? Yeah, I know. She's not doing it? How are you going to do this at county fair? And then there's a little chihuahua back there.
I'm the person that's supposed to talk about agility.
Okay. We're not doing, oh no, we're not doing her. Okay. Okay, do it down and back for me. And I would do it on the left side unless the judge asks you to do it. And you can do this is a courtesy turn. Now I'm reading in the book that there's not a lot of that done anymore. But we used to teach that. But most of you, your dogs went right with you anyway. Very good. Very good. Okay, do an L for me to the right. And I would put your dog on the right side before you left. I just think it's easier, it looks smoother. You're supposed to be a team. Switch hands. Good. Nice speed. And what were you so worried about? Okay, now do a left one for me. Okay, and I bet you can do a triangle for me.
Which way?
I'm not going to do the fancy ones, a regular one. You go down, you go over, and you come back at an angle to me. This is a triangle. She goes down, she'll turn to the left, and then she'll come back at an angle to me. She doesn't go back, she comes back at an angle. And she stops. You need to see that again?
When you go down, you go
Straight down.
over it.
And then come back at an angle. And then keep your eye on the judge. He's not going to usually move. All of you need to maintain more eye contact with the judge, and we need smiles, but you can't do all that when you're trying to concentrate on what you're doing to learn. Okay, do it once more time. That was pretty good. Smile.
And watch the judge.
See, like when you get down to that corner, eye the judge.
Watch your judge. You know how to do this.
See, the cute thing used to be, thank you, you're very good. The cute thing used to be, and I still use it in confirmation. Here, Sean. You come back, you get to that corner down here when you're doing a triangle. Basically, we do triangles. You check the judge. You go over here, and I usually do this with him because that's the way we do it, but that's not the way you do it. And I eye the judge again. Then I come in and I cock my head and I smile. Now you don't want Chessie grins, but you just want to smile. The judge knows you're having a good time. When I'm showing him, same way with you guys, when you're standing around the ring, you keep your dogs stacked. You never know when that judge is going to look at you. And I'm smiling at him and I talk to him. Because if I don't, number one, he's used to that and he won't show. But, you know, I'll go, Sean, you're a good boy, quietly. Sean, you're a good boy. Are we going to go have fun? Where are the kitties? You know, just stuff like that. And if he's upset or something, if I ask him where the kitties are, that usually takes care of it. Sometimes you can't use bait. But again, teach him at home there's a bait pocket. Because watch, see, he's not getting anything, but he knows there's something in there. The other thing is, talk to him, even when we're going around the ring, because you'll go around the ring to begin with, like this, gate your dog at speed, and I'll talk to him, come on, let's go, good boy, good boy. Anything that excites them a little bit, makes them look interested. It also, I think, relaxes you. Because you're talking to them, you're not thinking about the judge all the time. Every now and then, make sure you look at the judge and smile at the judge always. Any other questions? Yes?
How much space when they have all the dogs go around the ring?
Oh, you don't run. Good point. You don't run up on the butt of the other dog. You give yourself space. if, you know, the judge tells you to go around, wait until that person ahead of you is at a decent distance from you if you know your dog's gait. Now, if you've got a little puddle jumper in front of you, let that dog go for a while and then take off so that you don't run over that dog. You don't go around them in the ring. You have to stay behind them. So you've got to give yourself space. If you run up on someone, or getting too close, I should say, on someone, then just back off. Slow your dog down, and then take off again. And that's a learning process too. But no, don't bunch up. Give the dog ahead of you space. And you're the one that's in control of that. And hopefully the guy behind you gives you space. Because you know, there's no way you should be running up on one another. Any other questions?
We were always told keep at least a dog's distance between you.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
It gives these guys an idea how
Right.
much space.
Just give
And
yourself...
when they're lined up, our leader always said, leave a space
Yeah.
so the judge can walk between you.
between you, and so you can go around the dog, because when they're stacked, that's when he could just decide to come between you, and he doesn't have to do it to everybody at the same time and decide to go around you, and then you've got to have room to move around your dog. So good point. I'm trying to remember everything, and that's another good point.
She's been in 4-H for a little while.
That was a good analysis. Okay, what else do we need to think about here?
Could we practice having all the dogs go?
Oh yeah, we could go all around. Am I getting cut off here?
No, you're fine.
Okay, everybody up. I don't care what order, because they won't necessarily put you in order. Now, some judges will. They'll put the little dogs at the end of the line. But then the big dog has to remember not to run over the little dog, because he's going to get around the ring faster. Other than that, I've seen them all mixed also. Okay, make a circle. I'll be in the middle. I want to see you look at me and smile at me. Actually, we probably need a bigger circle. Okay, spread out so you got room. One little white one over here, little black one over here. Scotty? Make a big circle. You're too close. You're going to have a ring probably at least half this room, I would say. I would hope, depending on how many they've got. And you do this at the event center now? Okay. Go around the ring. That's what he'll tell you. Just take off and go this way. Gate your dog at its gating speed. Okay, now the poodle can wait a little bit. Let the cocker go. Yeah, I do. But again, you know, sometimes your rings just aren't very big at all. So they kind of, yeah, if you go spread back further a little bit, or a little out, give yourself a little bit more room. Okay, poodle needs to gate. Brittany needs to gate. The little guys are doing fine. The Sammy can go a little faster, but give yourself room. Well, you're doing pretty good spacing yourself out. Good, good. Anybody looking at the judge? Anybody smiling like this is, you might be having a good time? You gotta fake this good time. Okay, you getting dizzy? Okay, stack your dogs. No, make him stand. Tell him stand. Take your hand underneath his tummy and he'll... They need to, it's a hard thing to tell them to, you know, you train them to sit, now you're telling them to stand. The two words aren't that different. So, but they need to learn that. Unless you want to use a different word, heck, you can use any word you want for stand, as long as he knows that's what it means. But it is, I think it's hard for them to differentiate between stand and sit. Difference in equipment is another thing. They will learn that. Right now, you've got obedience equipment, so that means he's supposed to sit, although they do stand, but you do more sitting in obedience than you do standing. Okay, let's move again.
Now, how do you, when you have a big dog and a little dog, and you want this dog to gait, that means he's got to go faster, but he can only go as fast as the person in front of him. How do you get the dog to gait when the little dog is...
She just needs to hold up. She needs to let him get far enough ahead so that she can gait with him. In other words, they go around. If she's up too close to this dog, she should slow him down, wait till she gets space, then take off. Basically, that's why you watch the judge. If the judge is not watching and you're all bunched up on this side and he's here, then you don't worry about what's happening over here, but you do worry about going in front of him properly. And sometimes your rings are that small that you do bunch up on the side the judge isn't watching. And so then you move where you have room, but you give yourself that room. Okay, spread out a little bit more. We're getting awful tight again. Okay, go ahead. Go around the ring. Gate your dog, give yourself room. They're doing pretty well with that. Poodle could go faster. Brittany could go faster. Cocker stopped. Okay, anything, stop. Anything else you want to work on? You yourselves have questions on? Yeah.
What happens if they do what she does and stops and tries to like drag in the middle?
Well, I talked to her, encourage her to come. Just, that's all you can do is just encourage her to come. Favorite word, a toy, sometimes do you have to go potty, get some up? Basically, if you keep moving, she shouldn't be able to do that. Although I know there are dogs that have done that you're in the middle of moving and they sit down and you go pling and they're like, that was cute. But basically, if you can keep them moving, they can't sit and do that. And if they do, words of encouragement, something she likes, just anything you can think of. You could use the word treat or whatever to keep her going. Any more questions for moms, dads? I guess that's it then. All you do is practice. I would get that guidebook so you can see the different figures to do. And make sure you keep the dog between you and the judge. That's a biggie. And then go in with your proper attire on. And please, tie his shoes. I think that's one of the requirements anyway. Be easier for you. Other than that, I think you've got a good start on it. Just practice between now and county fair. Thank you.
Can we give Trudy a big round of applause?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.